Hi folks, we made it up here in northern Missouri, fixing to have some fun. We are in the camper, which is right here. Looking all good. Oh boy. Okay.
Alright guys, just got to the spot, and me and Josh hunted this one time last week in the hottest day we hunted in the evening, and we only seen one buck right at dark. And he was a long ways off, so we didn't even get to see what he is, but there was a lot of sign in here, and so we're going to come in here this weekend just see if it's been freshened up and see if there's any more extra sign, to see if there's any bucks in here. Might sneak up here and rattle some. We didn't bring our stands, we're just going to hunt off the ground. Big rainstorms coming in. It's supposed to be here in about 2 hours, maybe a little less, and start raining, so we're just going to try to hit it before the front. Deer might be up and moving a little bit, and it feels like deer weather. I mean, the front's moving in, should be good, so we're going to slip up here. It's probably 2 o'clock?
2:30.
It's 2:30, so we're going to slip up here, see if we can see any signs, see where some deer are. Show that rub too. Alright, so Sean and I got done scouting, and then we went to town real quick. Went to Walmart, grabbed some stuff, some food and snacks and stuff for the trip and everything, and now we're headed back out. We found all those rubs, all that sign. I mean, it was killer in there. It was an awesome spot. So now, they were calling for like 80% chance of rain. Now they lowered it, so it's like we're right on the edge of the storm and of the rain. So we're it could pour and it could just not hardly rain at all. Right now it's not hardly raining, so we're gonna go ahead and go out and at least get the stand up for me in the morning, so then I won't have to go in there and make a bunch of racket in the dark. So I'll be able to go right now to make it a lot easier. And then if it's not raining, once we get the stand hung, we'll probably just sit on the ground somewhere and see if we can see some deer tonight.
This morning, we didn't see a single deer. We went did some scouting this afternoon, found a really good spot that we may hunt in the morning if we don't do good tonight, but we're going to try one more time tonight. We've mapped, even though of course we've seen these big bucks in here, so we know they're around. We just have to hopefully catch a break tonight, and I hope they come in through this field or come into bed down or whatever. Come through here, probably more than likely come through here checking for does. We're strapped in, we're ready to go. Hopefully we'll see some tonight. About 5:30, we got about another hour or so, hour and 15 minutes, I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet, it's crazy. That deer was bedded down that close to us the whole time. Yeah. Well, it's got this, I think it's a spike in it. I was losing all hope that we'd ever see any deer today. That was crazy that we're hunting this bedding, you know, and it's so much taller than what you think, because that little 3-pointer was bedded 35 yards from us, never saw him, and never would have seen him if he wouldn't have been rubbing a tree, and I saw the tree moving, and then I saw the top of his head. So that's some tall grass. So it just goes to show you, if you're hunting this tall stuff, you have to really use your binoculars and keep an eye out, you know, a sharp eye out. So I guess you could say that's your tip of the day, because we could have never seen those deer if we wouldn't have been paying attention. So anyway, we're gonna get our stands down here in a little bit and then take them back to the truck so we can go hunt that other spot tomorrow morning where we saw a lot of sign, a lot of rubs and scrapes in there. And we're gonna hunt on the edge of another field kind of like this, real thick, real tall. So guys, we just got settled in. It's getting already daylight. We made quite a bit of noise coming in here, but my hope is, since it's a bedding area, hopefully most of the deer they've been out feeding and working their way this way. So we just got settled in. We're hunting. Basically, there's a strip of woods and there's 2 big brushy fields, some bedding area. We got like a creek behind us that I have a pretty good shooting lane in, and then I got all this out in front of me that I can shoot. There's really good rub line on this edge. There's heavy trails through these strip of woods. We came in here yesterday and looked at it. We didn't spook any deer, but it was the middle of the day and it was real windy, so this morning's real quiet, and I don't know, we'll just see what happens. We're hoping that a big one will come. Matthew just texted and said he just saw a good one, so we're just gonna sit tight for a while. Try to put in a good sit this morning. Hopefully we can see some deer. Stay with us. Are you going to circle around? Does it get over? He might not. He might circle down in the creek. That rattling works, buddy. Wow. Yeah, he is. It's a good looking buck. Yeah, I got it recorded. Come on, baby. Come right to us. Is it recording? It's good. Hey, guys, we just smoked a good one, baby. decided to snort wheezed at him, and he disappeared behind all that brush out there. And then Sean clicked the rattling horns a few times, and he came on a dime, baby. He came right here at 7 yards, and I kept saying, "Are you on him?" And he wasn't on him yet.
I was on him the whole time.
Oh, you was. I couldn't hear you. And then he came over here, and I had a little hole I shot, and I looked like I smoked him. What do you think, double longer?
It looked like there was about that much arrow sticking out, but I think it was in there.
He's not. He don't have good brow tines.
They still look.
And he's wide though.
Publicly, and who cares?
Okay. He's a nice one. We just got down from this stand. I'm gonna go over here and just look at the blood. I saw blood with my binoculars from the stand, so I'm just gonna go look at it real quick, and then we're gonna go give time for Matthew to get over here if he's gonna come over here, and we're gonna go look at another spot over here before we go try to find him. So we're just gonna give it a little time, just giving him a little extra time just to be safe. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I punched him right in the cavity, right, and it looked like a double lung. I'd say probably what do you think, half of my arrow.
I'd say it poked out the other side. If not, hit that off shoulder.
We'll be able to tell by the blood trail normally. You can tell if there's exit hole. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go look, and then we're gonna go look around a little bit before we try to go recovering. As you can tell, because that dirt's all kicked up. He ran right off this side. Right up. First blood's right here on this leaf, and then it opens up right there.
Yeah, he's pouring blood, dude. He ain't gonna be very far.
Bubble. It looks good. We're pretty sure. Sean heard him crash, so we're hoping he's not too far. So we're walking around to look at some more stuff, and you can see like these trees have rubs all on them. But it's like that all through. But look, I mean, my head, I'm 6'2", and this is how tall this is. This whole field like that. So that just goes to show you when you're up in the tree. We're 15 foot up in the tree. It don't look like this at all. We could see all the way across there. And this is why it's such a good area. This bedding. I mean, that deer I saw him first over in that block of woods. He came out of those woods over there, and that's when I first saw him. And so then he disappeared behind all that brush, and we rattled, and he had to go all the way around right to us because he can't see because it's so tall. Those deer, their heads being up this high, they're not even probably as high as I can see. And so that's why, that's just a good tip, because it looks totally different. This field looks totally different when you're 15 foot up in the air. And that's why it's so good when you can rattle a deer, a buck like we did this morning, because he can't see, so he has to come over there. And he came right to our tree, so.
Alright guys, I just got word I'm moving my stand, and Jonathan, I guess he just shot one, so I am super pumped to get this thing into quit. I'm picking them up right now, taking them back to the truck, and then we'll walk in there, I guess. So I guess they went quite a ways, walked quite a ways. So I just got with Jonathan and Sean, and so we're going in to see if we can recover the deer. Said they made a good shot, so we'll go in here and start looking for blood. And did you guys get the arrow, or is the arrow in it?
We got out of the stand, saw the blood, and then back down.
Yeah. That's a big old. I think that one was quite a bit bigger, Jonathan.
I don't know where he was going that. No. Those big tracks we just seen, that might have been him come up here and bend down.
Yeah.
That was a nice stand. That was good. I don't know where he was going. They walked around here.
Right here. Oh no.
serious? Unbelievable.
Well, we're back at the trailer. I thought I smoked that deer this morning, and because there's good blood and everything, we walked out to the road. We got the deer cart, and he's all excited going in there to recover. We even walked right around. We gave him an hour, and we walked around, and we happened to walk right up on him in this brushy field somehow, and jumped him up, and he was still alive. And so we came back to the trailer, and we're about to look at the footage, and we're just hoping, we don't know, but we're just gonna look at the footage and then see, and we're probably gonna give him a few hours, probably wait till about 1 o'clock to go back in. So anyway, that's why we're here. That's why you ain't seeing the deer yet. So we didn't get as good a shot as we thought, evidently. So, or he'd have been dead. So Matthew's looking at the footage right now. See right there. Even here? Yeah. See, that's the back of the knee right here, so that's where his leg goes up. So it looks like I hit him a little forward. I think I might even hit a branch as the arrow went through. But the arrow is almost directly above that leg, so I hit him probably in that bone there. But in person, when I shot him, it looked like when I saw him run off, it looked like the arrow was sticking him at least halfway. And even the footage here, you can see, I mean, it looks like there's just a little glimpse of the arrow, but it still looks like it penetrated really good. And also, where we jumped him was only about 120 yards from where I shot him, and so he didn't go super far before he bedded down, so we're hoping he's hurt. See, to me, it looks like there's just a little bit of the arrow, and from the fletching, there's only, looks like, a few inches, and then it looks like it's right in the shoulder. So
it looks like half an arrow penetration.
At least. About half. And I guess a tip here is because my first instinct was I hit him farther back, but sometimes, I mean, you can't always tell right off. And I thought I hit him, double lunged him, but...
Well, and because of the blood.
Yeah, and the blood.
Because of the blood, that's why we went fast.
Yeah, there was, even I found it looked like bubbles in the blood down on the creek. And the only thing with the footage is it might have got one lung, but sometimes off one lung, man, they can live. They can live a little bit longer than especially what you would think. All right, guys, we just got back here to the parking spot where I shot my deer this morning. Right now, it's been like 4.5, 5 hours, and we got the camper loaded up, but we're coming in here and we're gonna circle around, stay out of the area where he is, and then get to our stand, take all of our stand down, get all that down, and then from there we're going to try to find the arrow and see how much was in him, how much maybe broke off or whatever, so we can kind of get an idea. And then from there we're just going to try to look for blood and stuff and see if we can find the direction of where he went. So anyway, it's a really high emotionally time this morning, and then we went really low, and now we're just kind of hoping we can find him. So stay with us. Here we go. We just found the arrow. What did that? Do you think that broadhead closed up, or you think it ever opened?
When it pulled out, it pulled it back.
Yeah, it's buried. The blood's solid all the way up to here. So that's over half. That's what we thought. But there's a ton of blood where he knocked it out. Look at that. That's where you heard him crash out here.
Probably.
His tracks were dug in. That's where you heard him crash out here. His tracks were dug in. So the question is, where did he start turning, You want to just keep walking over to the field, or?
Yeah, we need to. We need to go right where he went and then see if we can find...
Go back up there to the field.
Oh, wow. He only ran 100 yards from where we jumped in.
He didn't even, yeah.
Jonathan touch him and go over there. Hey, over here. That deer didn't go 100 yards. See, I stand here. Over here. That water is that high for that to get stuck like that because there's no branches up there. That's insane.
Where'd you find him?
He's right here laying in the creek.
Huh?
He's right here in the creek. He just ran off the hill and died. I mean, we walked. When we walked out, he wasn't that far away. Biggest bow kill? Yeah, he's right there. We haven't even went over and looked at him. Go ahead. I just see his belly. We walked past him this morning even.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we walked out right up there.
He's right down here.
Oh,
he pretty much ran down the hill and fell over.
Thank you, geez. We were looking way too far away.
Dude, it did. Yeah, he did shoot it way back. That is crazy.
I knew I shot. Oh, boy. Stiff, man. He died right after we left.
That's as soon as we ran. I bet you he ran down and died right here.
Hey there.
That is awesome.
Boy.
I can't believe that.
We walked 500, 600, 700 yards back in there to find that deer, and he ran right there's the field. He didn't run 70 yards from where we jumped in at this morning. And we walked through right over there. Yeah, we walked by him. I guarantee you probably just ran down here and just fell over.
That is.
A little bit back. Yeah. I got a tree dog. We on solid ground.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got him drug out a little way to the edge of this field. We came in here about 2 o'clock, and we all turned our trackers on Onyx maps, and it's unbelievable. I love that tool because you can know exactly where you've walked, and we just tracked ourselves walking, zigzagging. We covered every possible place we thought he might go. We went all the way. I was still way over. Sean went over back towards where we'd bumped him up, and he stopped and he looked down and right in the creek. This thing was laying right there. He didn't go 55, 60 yards from where we bumped him up. It's unbelievable. And what was crazier is we walked out. Whenever we bumped him, we walked out, and we probably didn't walk but 40 yards from him, if that, and we never seen him. The only thing that I can think of is he ran straight down the hill and piled up right there. So when we bumped him, he was about to die. It was just unlucky, as much as you can tell. But if I'd have shot him better, of course, we would have not had that trouble. But anyway, we were so glad to find him. But for public land, he's a really good 8-pointer, so I'm happy with him, and we was excited to find him, especially after we walked for 2 hours. We was about to give up hope, but anyway, that just proves you just hunt hard and find the right kind of sign. And rattling right now this time of year, man, it's pre-rut, and right now these bucks are looking for checking scrapes. Matthew had a buck hit a scrape hard right before daylight this morning. And that's what these bucks are doing. They're just cruising, looking for scrapes, looking for does, and that's what he was doing, and we rattled him right in. I'm just glad he's able to get him. All right, there it is. What do you think? Look at the deer, Michael. Look at him.
Come up.
See? What do you think? You want to pet him? Pet him right here. Look. You want to pet him?
Why is his eyes open?
Because
Hey, Mike, I see him blood.
he's trying to look at you.
Oh, I like
What do you
him.
think, Casey?
I like him.
You like him?
Uh-huh.
He's pretty, ain't he?
Blood.
He's pretty, ain't he?
Yeah.
Woo!
He's
He's got blood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him blood over here.
Yeah.
Look.
Say, whoa!
Whoa, Dr. Big.
Say, big buck.